So I go down to my local mall. They just built it like last weekend, and I'm walking around looking at all the different shops, and I see this one that doesn't seem to be a easily identifiable shop. It's not like a shoe store or a candy store or a clothing store. They have all these weird stuff. At first I thought it was some kind of a kitchen appliance store because they had all these small electric type things or electric looking type things, but in reality it was mostly non-electric metallic things. And I walked inside, and there was one lady in the back, and she just kind of stood there, smiled, and looked at me as I walked around the store trying to figure out what kind of stuff this was. And I went up near the front, and she had this glass case that she was leaning up on top of, kind of just watching me. And under this glass case were all these small stones. And I looked at her and I said, "What are these stones?" And she said, "They are wishing stones." And I said, "What does that mean?" And she said, "Well, you take one, you put it in your pocket, you make a wish, and the wish will come true." And I'm thinking, okay, this is some kind of a weird joke shop or gag shop or something. And I say, "Okay, fine. Which stone should I choose?" And she says, No, you don't understand. You don't choose the stones choose you." So I'm like, "All right, lady, I'll play along." So I looked over, and I looked over the stones, and I let one of them choose me, and I picked the purple one, or it picked me, or whatever the lady's story was. And so I picked it up, and I say, "How much?" She says, $1. So I gave her $1 for this stone. It was about an inch and a half in diameter. It was very smooth. I'm not sure what kind of rock it was made out of, but it was purple. And so I put it in my pocket. I go home and I forget about it. And I'm sitting there watching TV. It's like 5:30, and I'm starting to think maybe I should make something for dinner. And I'm thinking maybe I should order something. So I checked my pocket to see if I got any money to buy something or pay for the delivery guy, whatever shop I decide to order from. And I get the stone, or I find the stone in my pocket. And I think, maybe I'll try this wishing stone out. So I hold the stone and I wish for someone to deliver free food to my house. And I sat there for a minute, and the doorbell rang. And I was like, holy shit, dude. And I opened the door, and it was my neighbor. And he had a pizza in his hand. And he said, "Dude, I ordered this pizza, but then I forgot I was supposed to meet my wife for this thing in her work, and one of our agreements is, because I'm trying to lose weight, I got bad cholesterol, his wife's a nurse, he's not allowed to eat leftover pizza. So he says, here, have this pizza. Don't tell her I ordered it, it's on me." And I'm like, dude, no way. The wishing stone works. So I'm eating the pizza, trying to think of all these awesome things I can wish for, like, strippers showing up and hookers showing up and finding bags of money on the street. And the next morning I wake up, and my neighbor's house had burned down, and both he and his wife died in the fire. And I thought, what the fuck, did I kill him? So I go back to the mall to return the wishing stone to this crazy old lady who's cursed my neighbor. And she says, no. Once you purchase the stone, you can never return it. You have to keep it with you forever, for the rest of your life, or else something terrible will happen to you. And I was like, holy fuck, lady, why didn't you tell me that before? And she said, you didn't ask me before. Be careful what you wish for, because every time you wish something that you get is something that someone else has taken away from them. That's the way the world works. The world is based on a zero-sum rule. If you succeed, it can only be because someone else will suffer. And she started laughing at me in this evil, cackling witch laugh, and I was like, what the fuck? And I ran out of there, and I never went back. But that mall does have a really good food court. They have all this really good Chinese place where you get a 3-piece combo for only $4.99. It's pretty good.